You think you want kids, you ain't ready for kids. Like, so kids, be careful or you will have kids. When adults say kids will fuck up your life, they're not saying that kids fuck up our lives, because my kids have saved my life, kind of. It's a weird thing. It's not, so this week has been a really rough week in parenting. I guess because, so, I have a daughter who's almost 10, stepdaughter who's 4, and a stepdaughter who's 5. So all girls, and girls, like, get jealous of each other, and raising girls it seems like it's a lot harder than if if we were raising boys. Because me and my girl have been kind of trying to think of alternative disciplines or ways to, because I hate the word discipline, because I'm not trying to fucking discipline my children. I'm trying to inform my children. Like, I'm not trying to get them in trouble. I'm trying to teach them how to stay out of trouble. Like, it's a fucked up weird thing, but like, I'd be a happy parent if, like, I don't know. It's not about being a good human, because we're all fucked up sometimes. Because like, the fucked up thing is, so I can't tell my kids, right? I can't tell them. So I've been smoking weed longer than weed's been legal. And, I was just smart enough to, not get caught. I can't tell them that in parenting, that's kind of what we're trying to teach our children, how to be smart. With my daughters, and this is what I've realized, the problem with the world is parenting, because I'm trying to teach my kids, like, my youngest, stepdaughter is 4, but I'm trying to teach these children, because they're girls, to self-respect. I'm trying to teach them to love information. My stepdaughter who's 5, she learned on her own. She learned, about space. She was learning about space, Venus and the planets, and she knew what Venus was and all this, and like, and it's, in a weird thing, no offense to my almost 10-year-old daughter, but she didn't really know much about Venus or these things, right? And it's because, so ever since this quarantine, she's been out of school, she's been getting homeschooled, but my oldest daughter doesn't live with me. Sometimes she stays with me for the weekends. So my daughter stays with me on the weekends, but sometimes I'll have her for like a week straight. So like, basically I've had her this past week, and what I've noticed is, out of school, things are fucking up. And I don't know how to explain it, besides school teaches a lot more than I thought it did. It doesn't just teach school. It teaches social behavior, how to communicate, how to play together correctly, what happens if you don't play together correctly, all of this shit. Because there's a lot of complications in my life in parenting, especially with stepchildren. So, my daughter coming into my life, my stepdaughter's coming into my life. My daughter basically got jealous, and it was understandable, because I understand the whole situation, the whole thing. But I explained to her, why not to be jealous, and how she's still my baby and all this other shit, whatever. But reality is, so many humans don't have enough information in their own head to teach their own children. That's why you shouldn't have children. Unless you have the information on how to be a human being, you shouldn't have kids. Because I'm trying to figure out ways, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm trying to figure out ways. Me and my girl, we just talked this over, trying to figure out ways to teach our children. So with the tablets, I've noticed technology just kind of fucks up kids, but with my one stepdaughter, like I said, she was learning about space on her own. Nobody told her to. She just figured it out on the tablet. And it's like, the other daughter, my oldest daughter, doesn't have as much love for knowledge as, I guess my 5-year-old stepdaughter. So my oldest daughter got caught into the bullshit. She got caught into the ASMR and the TikTok thing, and she tried to whatever, and, it's just, she's getting caught into the machine. So I'm explaining to her about the machine, but it's going over her head. And I'm realizing, as a parent, you have to do the in and out thing. So I go in with information, then I step out, try to see what she does with the information. Go in with information, and I keep doing that. Basically, and the whole thing is about repetition, and repetition is the father of learning, so I have to do this again and again and again. And sometimes I lose my temper. You know, sometimes I yell, you know, because I would be like, yo, I just said this yesterday, or whatever, whatever. And sometimes they're mean to each other, or they treat each other like shit when they could be nice to each other. Sometimes, you know, my oldest daughter, she'll kind of talk shit about people behind people's back. And I know it's because, like, her environment, because, you know, her mother is a certain type of way. That's not why I'm not with her, but that's another story. But I know she's seen that her whole life. So I keep trying to explain to her without putting her mother down, explain to her that there are different types of humans in the world, and the way you treat people is the way people treat you, and this whole shit, and whew. But yeah, I said a lot in this video in such a short amount of time because I think I only got like a minute left to record. But I kind of just wanted to talk about my week, and this has been my week. Just 1 week of parenting. 1 week. That's why I said most people don't have what it takes to be a parent. A lot of people have kids, but that don't mean they're a parent. I think a father's job is to kind of figure this shit out, right? You gotta try to figure out how to philosophize with your kids, how to get information in their minds. You know, girls, I keep trying to explain to them, like, I don't want my girls controlled by a man. It's not, I don't want them to need, we all need each other. You know, they'll probably have boyfriends and all this other shit, but like, what I want is for them to be self-sufficient on happiness. Happiness comes from within. Beauty comes from within. Love comes from within. If you want something, you gotta go get it in the real world. It's not gonna be handed to you. Like, just so much information I've been trying to get in their head. It's hard, but I love being a parent. I really, really do.